Hi, let me explain you about methods of food preparation. Okay, once again I'm repeating methods of food preparation. When we are going to prepare a food itself, so there is no only one method for preparing the food. For example, we have many types of the foods. Many types of the foods are being prepared with many different types of methods. Okay, based on that method the name will be changed and the taste also will be changed, and we like some different methods of cooking. For example, if you eat three times regularly rice only rice without using any other thing, can we eat? Do you like that kind of rice? No. If we change the method of cooking, then you like. If we add different ingredients, then you like. So let me tell or explain you about different methods of food preparation. Okay, first one, do you know boiling? First one is the boiling. Boiling is the method of food preparation which is used to prepare, generally used to prepare rice. For example, raw rice. If you take a raw rice, this raw rice will be keep into the water itself, and it will make boil for some time. When it is getting boiled, then only we can eat, and we can eat rice. Okay, otherwise we can't eat raw rice. So without the boiling we can't eat rice. With the boiling only we can eat the rice, and it will give a 100% is sufficient to us and taste to us, and it will be benefit to us. Okay, and let me explain about another method of cooking method, that is called roasting. Okay, for example, do you know roasting? Method of roasting? Yes, many times we, for example, in our home many times our mother prepared chicken, okay, or fish or vegetables. In simply we can call that as a frying. Roasting means frying. Roasting means it is deep roasting sometimes. One time making the food item into the more oil, making the food item into the more oil, keeping on the pan itself, and burning, okay, until it get a roast. So that is called as a roasting. And one more thing is called as frying also. Frying also different types. One is the deep frying and shallow frying. Okay, for example, for example, chicken pakodi, bhaji, okay, whatever you take, samosa, so that will be roasted into the oil itself, or fried into the oil itself. Deep frying means it is more oil is more oil will be there in that oil. This pakodi or samosa, everything will be fried in that one. If you take some other items, they use very less oil for frying or roasting. It is called as shallow frying. Okay, and one more thing I want to tell you that so one more method is baking. Okay, do you know baking is the method of one another type of the food preparation. Do you know what is baking? Baking means taking some of the dough and keeping them into the oven, and it will make it will be used to prepare like a bread or cake, biscuits, some type of the biscuits. This will be called as a baking. So mostly bread, cake. So when we are used to prepare this kind of food items, we will call it as a baking. We will call it as baking. And one more thing, steaming. Do you know steaming? Yes, usually at our home we will use steaming. What is the steaming? Don't you know? Yes, I will explain you what is steaming. Have you ever seen while your mother is preparing some of the food item? One of the food item, it is idli. Have you ever seen idli? Okay, idli is a very tasty food and very healthy food to everyone. And idli is prepared only through baking method. Sorry, steaming method. So it is only preparing through steaming method. Steaming means we will keep some water. While boiling this water, the water vapor will come outside. with that water vapor or with that steam, the food item will become boiled. This method is called as steaming. One more method is called as fermentation. Fermentation also one type of the baking method, food preparation method. While preparing the idli itself, one day before, your mother will keep the idli broth, idli mixture into a one pan, and she will keep aside for nearly 10 hours. Okay, nearly 5 to 10 hours. When we keep this idli mixture 5 to 10 hours, after you observe, we can find a small bubble like structures on them. Have you ever seen? So that small bubble like structures, and it will give a little bit sour odor also. Sour odor. So when we get this sour odor, a little bit bubble like structures, then we can call it that food is a fermented food. When we ferment the food, then only the food will become tasty. The food will be cooked properly, or otherwise it won't be cooked properly. So these are the methods which we are going to use for the food preparation. Once again, I am repeating what are the methods. One is a boiling, roasting, frying, and steaming, baking, and fermentation. These methods are used for the food preparation.